by the practitioners of their faith. You'll know what I mean. I don't want to say it out loud, but say, somebody working in the church loses his faith or her faith for reasons. Do they look into the lie? Do they see the lie? Do they say, everything I thought that I was so faithful to this, and this person has destroyed my faith. Is that a lie? And that's where that went. Is that interesting or not? Yeah, so. And that was just one. But Bob Ballard. I said to Bob Ballard, Bob, that's his name. What's a serious scientist like you doing, looking like discovering the Titanic? I mean, who cares? The thing's been down there for 100 years. Who cares? It's rusting. Why would you spend your time and all these millions of dollars that the Navy and the government has given you to film the Titanic? And then why would you, Dr. Ballard, go to Scotland and look for the dragon there?
Loch Ness.
The what? The Loch Ness Monster. Why would you go there? Why are you doing that, Bob? He said, well, the Titanic was a ploy, because what they were really after, what the Navy was after, was an American submarine, the Thresher, had sunk with atomic bombs inside it. They had the missiles, and somehow the Thresher, I've forgotten why, they discovered why the Thresher sank with all hands on board, but it had all those American secrets. And the Russians were like 400 miles that way. And they did a whole cover story of looking for the Titanic. But in fact, they were bringing the Thresher up. I said, well, that's fantastic. Why were you in Scotland? He said, National Geographic gave me millions of dollars. I had to bring some publicity to those. Okay, I get that. That makes sense to me. So that was another interesting conversation. In addition to, and I wanted to do this, he lost his grown son. His son was in his early 20s, and he, as a result of the turmoil, got a divorce. So he lost his son, divorced, I think in the same year. I said, how did you recover from that? So he told me, began to talk. So there was like two different subjects. Anyway, the talk with Ballard was incredible. So that's what the show I Don't Understand is all about, in my opinion. For example, I'm sitting with a guy who's doing some concrete, putting some stones, repairing some concrete on some stones outside my house, and I'm sitting there watching him, and I said to him, Dick, what is concrete? And he said, well, it's a little sand, a little cement, a little, and he said, are you aware that the Romans lost the formula to concrete? He said, the round building in Rome, the
Colosseum.
Colosseum, thank you. They got somebody saying the wrong thing here, and I knew it was wrong. The Colosseum. So the Colosseum still stands, made with the concrete. The soaring arches that were waterways are still standing. In Miami, 50 years, that's 2,000 years ago, 50 years, and that building falls. Okay? So I said, what do you mean they lost it? They lost when Rome was destroyed or fell into disuse, in effect, about 200-300 years later, they were trying to do concrete. And you can just imagine one guy saying, well, how much cement do I put and how much sand? Well, what did the Romans do? I don't know. Well, the Romans, what's the formula? We lost it. They lost the formula. Nowadays, we have great arches made of concrete that is new, and apparently wonderful. But for 2,000 years, the formula for concrete was lost. How is that possible? I don't understand. And that's the kind of thing I address. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing